Okay, is it just me or does everyone look the fucking same nowadays?
Once you find out if you're girl pretty or boy pretty, that's gonna help you so much figuring out your style. I just had
The prettiest girls were the girls who never spoke sometimes.
Are these celebrities actually attractive or just famous?
One of the main reasons why I thought to do, or like why I wanted to do this video, was because I'm sure you've all seen that trend on TikTok where people compare their 2020 makeup to their 2024 makeup and essentially just, kind of criticize the way they did it before.
I come from scientists and atheists and white men who kill God. They make technology high quality, complex, physiological. I loved you, it's true. I wanted to be you and do what you do.
And that really got me thinking, what the hell happened to individualism? Why does everyone look the same right now? I first want to talk about 2020/2021 and why I think that pretty much was the year of individualism. Well, when we look at it, it was COVID and everyone was home, everyone had to practice social distancing and stay quarantining, and that made people be kind of bored, And especially because you didn't have to see your boss or your classmates or anyone, essentially. People started to really experiment with the way they looked. Because, no one is gonna see you. Yeah, like, get that funky haircut, get the funky hair color. Do experiments with your makeup. Do your blush really saturated. Do your eyeliner really big and winged. There was not really a place of judgment because who was there to judge you? You were home. You were stuck at home. No one was there to say anything. And if they did, you could say, it's 2020. I'm just figuring myself out, essentially. Because now looking back at it, that's kind of what 2020 was, in my eyes at least. I know I experimented a lot with stuff. But when we now flash forward to 2024, where we have exactly those trends that I told you about, you kind of get to wonder, what happened? Why is suddenly uniqueness and experimentation seen as something bad and conventionally unattractive, which I will talk about later because what the fuck is that? I feel like we've just made unique features on people be seen as unattractive so that everyone can look the same and no one can be like unique and different, I kind of feel like we need to put people into different categories and we do that through these beauty standards. But that's just a thought. That's just a thought, but it's a thought that I have and a thought that I will share with you. Like, that's the easiest way to kind of judge a person, right? Like, just judge a person by the way they look and kind of immediately put them into a category according to how they look, which is disgusting and it's resentful, and we should not fucking do that, okay? But I feel like the people that made our beauty standards kind of were thinking like that, like, how do I put this person into a category? How do I make an opinion of them as fast as I can? Just if I pinpoint stuff at their looks and physique and figure and stuff. But now in 2024, I feel like we have those trends of, you need to have, if you're a woman, you need to have a tiny little button nose, like a snatched tiny button nose, tiny pin-up nose, because, everything on a woman has to be small and petite and tiny. The reason why I said for a woman is because, the one example that I can think of is this type of Greek nose is seen very, very attractive on men, right? Like, if men have big noses, that is seen as so attractive. But if a woman has this type of a nose, you need to fix that. If you want to be seen as beautiful in society, you need to fix that. And lose some weight too. That's the way that 2024 is in my mind. Everybody's getting rhinoplasties left and right. Everybody's getting the buccal fat removal. Which, that's an issue by itself. And the most importantly, Heroine Chic is back. Woo! We love her. We love to see her. And she's very welcome. That is a joke. I think one other thing that was very much talked about this past year, and even the year before, which I didn't know it was even like in 2023, I thought it was only in 2024, but those Sephora kids, when everyone was talking about, you know, kids running to Sephora and ruining the testers, but mainly having very excessive skincare routines at the age of 14, when they were using like retinol 2 times a day when they did not need any. I mean, in a very, very sinister and evil way, who can blame them when aging is seen as one of the worst things that can happen to a woman? I mean, we're taught from a very young age that our youth is something that we should like hold on to, because in youth is value. I'm not even going to talk about the problem there because I feel like everyone can see it, but anti-aging! Woohoo! Anti-aging is very, very much like tangled into a very, very fun thing, which is called capitalism. This is not the first time that this happened, that media made up like a problem and then sold the solution to the problem, like anti-aging treatments. Because wrinkles on a man, yes, hot and sexy, yes. Wrinkly man, yes, hot, yes. You're showing maturity, you're showing age, yes. Wrinkles on a woman, no. You're showing age, you're showing maturity, you're showing hag, okay? You are looking like the fucking witch of Oz. Okay, don't go around looking like that. Stop. Why are we surprised that these children are now buying excessive amounts of skincare and anti-aging things when that's the one thing that they are taught? That youth is the one thing that they need to hold on to cling on to with fucking nails and teeth. I think it's time to talk about the thing that I dreaded talking about. What the fuck is conventionally attractive? Okay, what is that? What goofy ass fucking name is that? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, people make up a problem and then just so they can like find a way to be mean and to present their opinion even though it was not asked. This person is conventionally attractive versus this person is not, and then people using, you know, unconventionally attractive as kind of the same thing as ugly. So that people, I feel like we've all heard the phrase of like, oh, I'm so happy that they hired an unconventionally attractive actress for this role, because, I mean, she's not presenting the toxic beauty standards. But are you saying that she's ugly? Like, what the fuck? When have we, as a society, started feeling so comfortable about commenting on other people's looks and bodies, let alone criticizing it? I will tell you when the internet became accessible. I mean, the whole shtick of internet is being anonymous, right? You can write something and not put your name or your face behind it, meaning that no one has to know it was you. You don't have to suffer the consequences. You don't have to take responsibility for what you've said because no one knows it's you. And that just opens up a gate for mean people to be mean for no reason other than their own pleasure and enjoyment. Just look at these comments under like a conventionally attractive woman's TikTok versus the comments on a unconventionally or like non-conventionally attractive person or woman on TikTok. Which, might I add, it's very interesting that all of these comments are by men. I mean, I'm not trying to like say something or like point to something by saying this. I'm just saying that it's an interesting coincidence that the people that are usually the meanest and the people that usually talk the most shit about women's bodies are men. I mean, what a weird coincidence, am I right? Of course, under both of these TikToks, you can find all sorts of comments made by both sexes. I'm just saying that I didn't have to go dig deep for these, okay? These were very well on display, one of the most liked comments, and they were made by a man, so that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm pointing out. Okay, back to the video. But I mean, when do we say enough? When do these go past the line is what I'm asking. One thing that I do find quite dangerous is people getting plastic surgeries to kind of be part of these beauty standards and to be seen as conventionally attractive. For example, again, when I talked about the noses, that's one of the It hurts me to say, but like one of the most looked at things when it comes to having like an attractive side profile. You need to have a tiny, tiny nose. So then you see so many beautiful women with like arched or hooked noses going to have like shitty nose jobs just because it's trendy nowadays, just because it's a beauty standard today. But like, what happens in a few years when those beauty trends change? I mean, if we look like centuries ago, we can see that this was the ideal body of a woman. We can see this body plastered on all of the sculptures and all of the paintings, all of the most like famous paintings of all time. Who says that this will not become back in style, if I say it in a bad way? Or who's to say that beauty standards won't change in a much more significant way? I'm sure we've all seen this picture of a woman. This was considered the most beautiful woman. I think it was in India, where she had countless of bachelors. She had countless of men coming up to her wanting for her to be theirs. But she rejected all of them. Good for her. Good for her. Another example of trends moving so fast and beauty standards moving on so fast is, for example, the BBL movement. I'm sure that throughout 2016 to 2018, we could see the most conventionally attractive or one of the most ideal bodies that a woman could have would be the biggest fucking ass on planet. And I mean, who set that standard up? The Kardashians and the fucking Jenners. And guess what? Now it's 2024 and all of these women are getting them dissolved. All of these women are getting them removed because, as I said before, the heroin chic is back. Woohoo! But what happens when not even these high-end rich celebrities can keep up with the beauty standards? And if these women cannot keep up with them, who is meant to keep up with them? The middle and lower class? Yeah, no, I don't think so. The point that I'm trying to make here is when is enough is enough, you know? When will we be confident in the way we look? When will we be okay with looking in the mirror and not observing every part of our bodies? Because I know I've done a fair share of it. I've been, looked at my whole life and criticized my whole life. When I was younger, when I was growing up, I used to be very overweight, and my friends and relatives were not afraid to tell me. So like, when will we feel like we are enough? When will we be able to look in the mirror and to genuinely feel beautiful? When we stop giving a fuck. I know that is so much easier said than done because I've struggled with this for so long, but I think that's what the 2020 it gave me thick skin, because I used to come out like looking like this. And people were staring, people were laughing. I didn't give a fuck, okay? I didn't give a single shit. And that's what you fucking have to do. If you're looking at this video, don't give in to these people. Don't give in to their fucking talks. That just makes them win. Don't even give them your energy or time. Because that's what they want. They just want a fucking reaction. Which that is so stupid. Genuinely. Like, just go about your day like the bad bitch you are. And feel confident and feel good. And again, I know that that's fucking hard to say, but confidence in a way can be faked. And trust me, if you just stop giving these horrible people your energy, you will feel 100 times better. If you just go about your day and look at them like, hey, look at these fucking idiots that probably never fucking touched a woman and never will with that fucking attitude, I can tell you that. This is kind of out of the topic, but I think the 4B movement that is kind of like slowly coming to America is fucking beautiful. Anyways, I guess we should end this in the cringiest, most cliche way possible. If you're watching this video, you are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful, okay? Do not ever let anyone tell you any different, okay? Please never go onto TikTok and do those like, please be brutally honest with me. What can I change to look better? Do not give in to that. This just again, opens up the gate for mean people to be mean and to be fucking assholes. And it's just gonna make you feel worse. Please don't give in to that. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're kind. And most of all, you're a badass bitch, okay? So stay that way. If you've finished this video, please consider liking and subscribing, because that helps me out so much, so much, you don't even know how. And I will see you at the next video. Okay, bye.